trackies, welcome back to another video here on TXC Track Time. Please remember to like the video and also subscribe to the channel. Alright, so trackies, I did a video a few weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, I don't remember, talking about the silence of, Elaine Thompson here. I'm not really seeing her doing much posts online. And I'm like, okay, girl, like, what's going on? I know something special is coming based on the fact that, everything has just gone completely dead. We're not hearing anything at all. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't wait for when you touch the track to see what the amazingness will come to fruition or come forth, right? But on the heels of that, clearly no, because a few times we've seen where Shericka Jackson was scheduled to enter meets, but Shericka Jackson hasn't opened yet. And we know typically when it comes to MVP, you don't see them in a one-off race. And Shericka Jackson is the only one because we're looking out for Kishi too. And we know Kishi and I'll know. So those would be, I guess you'd say, the top athletes from a sprint perspective from MVP that we're looking out for. We know see them all know. And of course, you don't know, I've talked about Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce and, what she has become since taking on Ronaldo Walcott way back in 2020 as her new coach. Her entire, I guess, being kind of changed a bit, where she became, I guess, hard to reach, or it felt like you couldn't really touch her anymore in terms of what was going on in her training and such forth. And even just going on the track, like everything just became a mystery, right? So with that said, trackies, on the heels of me doing that video, clearly the rest of the world now is starting to panic, right? Because they're like, okay, what's going on with Jamaica? We're not hearing anything from their big guns. We're not hearing nothing from Shelly. We don't know, so Shelly go get Ronaldo Walcott and start run 10-6 and a busway like Big Beige Kite and a dominate the world. We don't know, so Shericka already there convert from quarter miler to now the shorter sprints, already doing phenomenal things, and she's with, quote unquote, the best sprint coach ever, Stephen Francis. So we now have no concern when it comes to her turning up and running good. It's just a matter of when will it happen, right? And then no, the big question mark over Elaine Thompson's head as it relates to her coaching setup no exists again. It exists again. Chuck is done and dusted. That is not a problem no more because she now has Ronaldo Walcott as her coach. So everybody's like, so what go on with all of these amazing, phenomenal female athletes from a Jamaican perspective? We not hear them. What is going on? Why are they so silent? You know what I mean? So I sense that track is some of these track pundits, and I'm not talking about the Jamaican ones because the Jamaican ones are excited, right? For the possibilities when we do get them, yeah? But for the ones that are not Jamaican, I can sense a little fear, trackies. I can sense them being nervous. And I'm like, yes, 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 yes. Be afraid. Be very afraid. Is if you ever know how I'm actually enjoying, I didn't know I'd be enjoying not seeing athletes so much. But yes, the rest of the world is getting scared. They know what these athletes have to offer, and they know that the moment they step out, it's gonna be trouble. And now they start to say, okay, who do we have? How is it going to match up? So clearly, the biggest competition as it stands right now comes from an American perspective. So yes, Shakira Richardson, she is the world champion in the women's 100 meters last season. So when I look at our American counterparts in the sprints, now they're trying to say, all right, let's see how things will stack up when when the rest of the Jamaicans come out, and I'm talking about the big three. So now I suppose everybody's hoping and praying at this particular point that Shelly is done and dusted. That's the talk in the streets. At one day, sorry, when the bucket got well, the bottom must drop out, pretty much, right? So they're hoping that Shelly is done. They're hoping that there's nothing left in Shelly's tank, and this is the year where she is done and dusted. And at the end of the day, age has to catch up with you, and this is the year that age is going to catch up with Shelly, and Shelly will no longer be in the conversation. That is literally the hope that they're all having, that Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce is done. So with that said, with Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce done in their mind, trackies, right, it gives them more options and more opportunity to walk away with a medal come Paris, right? Then they start to pick up the other athletes, but there's not much to pick up because again, When you look at Shelly-Ann Fraser Price, the only thing that she has going against her at this particular point is just that she's older. You know what I mean? They have nothing else to pick at, and just the fact that she's older. You know what I mean? So when you look at Shericka Jackson, not much to pick at, right? When you look at Elaine Thompson here, even worse. You know, when you talk about her being the fastest woman alive over that 100 meters, and her no, meshing up with Ronald Walcott, and what could potentially happen there when you look at what he did for Shelly-Ann Fraser Price, and no, Elaine Thompson here, also a world class athlete, turning up at him a 10-5 sprinter. What will he be able to do for that type of sprinter? You know what I mean? That's the conversation. So with that said, trackies, these athletes, well, not these athletes, sorry, these track pundits that are non-Jamaican are very afraid of what is liable to come, and the mere fact that they can't see slash hear anything from these athletes is making it even worse. And I'm loving it. I'm loving the fact that our athletes are silent. I'm loving the fact that they're minding their own business. I'm loving the fact that they're taking their time in their preparation to get ready for Paris. First, clearly they have to navigate the Jamaican championships, but all things remaining equal, if you're looking at 3, 10, 6 and faster athletes, you're expecting them to be really good when they turn up at trials. Let's look at Shericka Jackson last season. Turned up at trials and ran 10.65, right? To win. So now we're looking at a Elaine that will be back at her best. You're expecting something fast as well. You're looking at a Shelly-Ann Fraser Price. Didn't have to go to trials last season because she was a defending champion. She will have to go because it's the Olympics, right? So you have to turn up at trials because it's only 3 that goes. There's no defending champion rule. So you're expecting that she will also turn up really, really fast as well for the trials. So, but with that said, for now, they're kind of just, hiding their hand. And I like it. I like the fact when our athletes hide their hand, because I've always talked about how these athletes will gauge you. Athletes watch you run and figure out how to gauge you. When they run against you as well, they figure out how to gauge you as well. So you're not trying to not give them nothing too soon. Don't give them nothing too soon. As far as I'm concerned, I don't see Sha'Carri out here running either. You know what I mean? I don't see Sha'Carri out here running either. But I don't want to say people are not worried about Sha'Carri, but have an expectation of her, and the expectation is that she can deliver, right? But the problem is that the Jamaicans are so good that once they deliver, they can shut out everybody, and that's the problem. If those 3 athletes come and deliver the way they can shut everybody out, and it's making everybody nervous because clearly they haven't seen them since the season has begun. But anyway, as I said, I love it. So, Shakis, it's up to you now. Sound off in the comment section below and let me know your thoughts. Are you sensing that there's a certain fear in the air? Fear in the air from the American side of things? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And of course, Trackies, do not forget to like the video. Then again, you know what, Trackies, when I think about it, and the top 3, is it a stretch to say that when these athletes come out, they will be dominating? I don't think it's a stretch. But anyway, let me know your thoughts. As I said, like the video and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.